I would like to be a person who is more kind, who is more empathetic, and just like be a human, right? Like just be a soul who is there for other people, who like I don't know, like if a person comes to me and if we just have a like very soulful interaction, that would gonna fulfill my like soul, and then that's gonna be like enough for me than having this any extravaganza. It's not easy, but I'm trying to be that person. So that's what I'm trying to define, like what are those basic things that I would like or I'm wanting in my from my life.
So, hello, Prina. Thank you so much for being here and for wanting to share with the audience, with more women around the world, about your story, about who are you, and the service, the value that you add to the world.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be talking to you, and also like learning about you and sharing my story at Fearless, this wonderful podcast series. Because I know like with Fearless Women, we are trying to like impact and reach out as many women as possible, sharing our story, like sharing our insights from the coaching and everything. So I'm really excited and looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited as well. So, before starting, I would like to ask you, how do you feel today if you have to think about one word?
Today, okay. I think today I'm feeling so actually my son's birthday is coming up tomorrow. So I have like I'm excited about him being turning 6, and just like on my background I'm just trying to see like what will make him happy. So more on those feelings I'm like trying to plan what would he like, and then celebrate how he would like. So that's what I am feeling of feeling for him, like feeling joy for him actually.
Okay, okay, kind of. I can sense like excitement to be there, right, for him.
Yeah, yeah, because now I think he likes to do things like he gets very excited for his birthday. So I just like it brings me like it's I always feel amazed while how he plans, like I'm gonna do this. I'm like, okay, let's do that. So I'm looking forward to like him being having great day.
Hmm, beautiful. Mom here, mom hero there.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm feeling joy for him actually right now.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm feeling grateful today. I'm feeling grateful for this new chapter of my life that it's unfolding for me, and the magic that starts to unfold for us when we surrender, when we make the decision to literally surrender and not want to control things in our life. So I'm,
Yeah.
yeah, grateful for that.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to like learning more about it.
Thank you, thank you. And so tell us a little bit about yourself. Um, Tell us about your story.
Um, so about me, it's been I have been living in different phases of my life, but starting from who I was, I have born and grown up in India. That's where my roots are. Throughout my adult life, I have lived there. in India, and then I came to US for further studies, and then like job and how the life happens. Like working, I'm engineer full time. That's what I studied as well, and working as a full time engineer currently as a professional. So just life was happening for me, was very much on autopilot, and I tried, so that's like my autopilot mode, but inside me I was trying to search and seek what's more to life than living just like very like this milestone of like graduating, doing job, like married and having like family and everything, but what's more to this life? So that was the always the question in my background, and I was trying to find those like what I'm bringing here in life of myself. So that's what I was trying to ask questions and find answers to my questions, and that's where um, I enroll in a program, certification program, where we all being part of like Shetty certification program, where I learn about coaching, and that's where it clicked me with okay, I can be a coach where I can just listen to people, where I just have to present there and like empower them to understand their own power, like understand their own worth, how they can leverage their life from where they are and where they can go, what they can create of, and everything. And if I can just be there, be a facilitator, just guide, like that gave me a lot of sense of purpose for my life. So then that's why I decided to get certified. I'm now a certified holistic growth coach, because I believe in like constantly evolving and growing in your life. Like stillness doesn't suits me. I like to like even if I'm not doing like working, but I like to like read, learn more about any topic that I would be interested, or I would like to see what me as an individual say, like if this is my limitation, what's next for me, right? So that's what I believe in, like constantly growing and evolving, and every day making conscious choices of living is what right now I'm more being mindful of, like not just live like or how we are conditioned, or like how we are just living autopilot mode, but like more consciously like what we want, how we want to decide. And that's what I am doing. That's my inner transformation that is happening. And I would like to like help people coaching in living their conscious life. So that's what it's all my journey about. Like there's one track of like just living life, which is like set on papers, but like also now taking chances of like what I can bring more to world, and impact in a smaller or bigger way. And this is what I think I found my sense of purpose of. um, it's not just limited to being a life coach or just a coach, but like starting from there, and how I can get create more impact to any people or any person that I come across. And that's what I'm really excited to be on this journey of connecting with more people and sharing stories of lives, human. I'm also like a explorer of like what this universe is all about. So that's where I like to like have like this constant conversation about universe energy, how we can elevate ourselves with our own like mindset and mind, and that's what like bring me excitement right now. So now I'm very much I feel like found that like sense of belonging of like, okay, now my inner journey started, like what now I found that connect of what I really like, and then how I can like now navigate through that.
Mm. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. So,
Well, personally, like I have two kids, both boys, 6 and 2 year old, and we live like very like small. Me, my husband, and two kids in United States, and um, like. also like watching and grow, like watching them growing and being mom to them is also helping me to constantly evolve and learn. So I think like this is my new phase of like just constantly learning and evolving and growing. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, the mom aspect is really important there for sure for you. And so you mentioned that you moved to US to study, and then there was a certain point that you realized that okay, there has to be something more, right? Could you pinpoint that moment in your life where you find yourself asking this question, right? It's like there has to be something more. Like what was going on at that time in your life?
Actually, that was the question was always there in back of my mind because like traditionally, like when we are growing up, it's you're in school, then you think of like, okay, then what college I'm gonna go, what stream of field I'm interested. And I have like analytical mind, so being engineer is not something that it's forced upon. It still matches with my personality of like logically and analytically doing things. So that is one personality of mine, but I feel like that feels more mechanical of living life. But then I'm like, what as a person I am here to bring, right? Because that's definitely I'm impacting world through my work, professionally, but like what as a person and human I am bringing, and that's and I think like for me when I find I think I find meaning to my life or fulfillment. I don't know if it's true to all the human, but like when we actually do something for other human or we impact or we have that connect, right? That's where you feel like you are living. So that's what I was thinking of what and how looks what it looks like, because I was then trying to also see who I am, like what are my strengths, like what are my interests,
Yes.
and why I'm having these questions. And like there are like very basic answers that came to my like that myself responded to naturally was I was very intuitive person, I was very empathetic person, and that's where that was the urge of like connecting to human on that one-on-one level was more, and I don't know where to channelize that,
Mm.
because like if any friend or anybody share their story, I'm like I really feel that I really feel empathetic towards that. Intuitively I feel that's where I'm very strong with intuition as well, and I'm like I don't know how to channelize this, and I was searching what is this that I'm feeling and how I'm gonna channelize this. And that's where I was constantly searching what would be that one thing that would give me this platform of like expressing and sharing my own thoughts in different ways. And that's why I talk about like this, that's why this understanding of universe, because I believe naturally when I was like not feeling good, I'm down, I always try to function not from the negativity, but I try to pull myself from that feeling. Of course, I will let allow me to feel for that moment, but then I'm like, okay, pull myself up and like function at different like vibration, different energy, because I know that's what gonna keep me moving. So and then again like this whole understanding of universe, like I energy vibration, uh if I'm doing like at the smaller scale in my day-to-day life, and that is like shifting my whole journey in a different way, how I'm going to share that with other women, that hey, like I know things, life can be hard, things cannot go as you would like, but can you function from a different vibration? Can you understand what's pulling you back, what you would like in your life to do, and then start moving forward? So all those like understanding myself, how I'm like functioning every day and how I'm gonna uh, help women to do that was more like, okay, like I think this is gonna be more fulfilling when I can share this, or I can help women this way, or any being in this way. So that's where this stronger and stronger sense of like responses within help me to like keep looking for like you know, the moment or like clue from the universe, like okay, what I'm good at, what I can do. And then I came across this certification course, and that's why I decided to get certified as a coach, because that's what I think I am really now excited of, um, like sharing and helping women and anybody who would like to, like, you know, live their own like their own created life, their own created journey of this life.
Mm. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm hearing is that it all started for you of because of you asking yourself this question, right? Of wanting, okay, to find more meaning within yourself, with in your life as well, and discover yourself even more and more. And then in within this journey that you're walking, you also realized, okay, if I can bring this to other people, to other beings here, this is giving me even more and more fulfillment and meaning right in my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you mentioned there are some times that what you have been discovering about yourself. So I'm curious to know, what have you mentioned already a little bit about this, being really empathic and being able to sense other people, right? What else what else have you discovered so far?
Well, I'm still discovering myself. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I'm a self-talker. I talk a lot with me. Um, I try to understand my emotions, my thoughts, what it is coming, then try to see how it is helping me, not helping me, or where it is coming from. So, and because of this coaching, I try to coach myself as well. Hey, what are these like thoughts and where it is coming from? So now I think I'm now just started getting defining myself more and more of like who I am, and like canceling all these noises of like the, like, you know, because like as a human, especially now in with the social media, we hear a lot of, like, you know, opinions and different things. So now I'm trying to be more clear on like who I am. And what I have discovered is, I think I'm gonna keep discovering about myself, but what I really want, I'm not sure if I am or not. That's not gonna that's not gonna be a judgment on me, but I would like to be a person who is more kind, who is more empathetic, and just like be a human, right? Like just be a soul who is there for other people, who like I don't know, like if a person comes to me and if we just have a like very soulful interaction, that would gonna fulfill my like soul. And then that's gonna be like enough for me than having this any extravaganza. It's not easy, but I'm trying to be that person. So that's what I'm trying to define, like what are those basic things that I would like or I'm wanting in my from my life,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to be that person, trying to be more authentic to myself for being that person, and not get distracted of what it could be, or what are the glitz and bits of what life can offer. So trying to, I I'm still in that journey, but trying to be more and more like basic and solid on my own foundation.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful. And we are all the time as well, like evolving, right? And life is all the time bringing new information. So it's like about being staying curious about um, this new energy movements that are bringing information and clarity and awareness to us all the time. So, what would you say to that previous version of yourself that was starting this journey?
Um, so for me, like I don't see myself as like like previous and current and like future because I don't know. It's always the extension of me, like because as I mentioned, like constant evolving and growing. So there is no like stop to any of the version and the new version begin. But like how in past I would describe myself as more focused on because I was very ambitious woman, like and I actually there is a two facet to that, but more of like more professional, like trying to like work and earn and everything, and that's still there. Um, so, but like then combining with that, like what gonna fulfill my inner self. So that's where I'm like now growing my own like umbrella
Mm-hmm.
to what more I can do and live life or see life as a whole and then not just like like working or not working just like wife or mother or not just that but not defining by any roles basically but like creating my own like expansion of my own being is what I'm now gravitating towards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, it was more like narrowed, like a single dimension vision of like single facet of things, doing things. But now it's more of like combining different facets of life.
Yeah, yeah. I was asking this women who can be at the same stage, like what would you like to tell them, right? And you mentioned, okay, broadening this perspective, right? It's like seeing it as more like a whole and finding this inner world instead of like focusing on one single area, right?
So what happens, especially with women, a lot of things are either being told, conditioned, and this has been not like even if not right after when we were born, even before that, like because through our observation and everything, we have created this our own image of we should be as human women, and that's where we start taking decision even if someone is not telling us to do we just start observing and doing things understanding oh this is what our roles are or our duties are or we are supposed to do and we like that would be like very narrow version of like our own being of living right like because now we are not like reflecting on our own understanding of our own being uh, so that's where I would start like asking women, start like, create that self-awareness or create like more reflection journey of understanding who you are, like what you like, what are your strengths, and break like all those like, construct of like of your own being. But just as a human, if you are on this life and want to live, nobody's telling what to do, nothing is conditioned if you are just free then what would make you happy what you would you like to do and this is not just professionally or personally or anything like just if you are just free then what would be that um and even with professionally like like if you want to be like CEO of any company then just go for that right so anything that you are desire to do are you making steps and actions to live that life is what I would really urge. women to start reflecting on that, because first trying to understand your own self,
Yeah.
what values you like possess, or values you want to incorporate, and then are you taking action and step on living that like fulfilling like life, or like like this person you have seen or dream of becoming, are you living that life, and where you are at that journey, and what it needs to be done to go from point A to point B. So like, and that could be anything, and just have that like courage to follow through that journey is what I would like to share that with women.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, we as women, we have like unconsciously, right, all this conditioning, but it's story as well that is coming from centuries, like what used to happen to women, right, when they were yourself, when they were connected with their power, when they knew what resides within them, right? And this is something unconscious that we have within us. And also how can the culture that we live in can also impact, right, in this life that we are living. So also like being able to reflect on this already, right? It can be we women can start from this, right? It's like, okay, I'm living in this country with these traditions. Um, am I aligned with this? Like, am I happy with these traditions? Um, and I'm happy maybe with some of them. I'm not really happy with the other ones. What, who I would be if I follow my heart,
Yeah.
follow my heart. And it can already start from there, right? It's like, okay, from this life that I'm having, um, what I am happy with and what I'm not happy with, right? And already starting like asking these questions can be really insightful. I can open a lot of clarity, and it's already a lot of energy movement asking these questions, right? So yes, that's beautiful. Thank you for bringing this to the table.
Yeah. And one thing, so while, and this is what I'm reflecting right now, like when I was looking for like searching for these answers, or like understanding like what more that I can, what more to life, uh, like I started like it's not something that I like started like oh, like I'm not finding the answer, I got started first, it's not about that, but like it's more about like surrendering, like to understand like what universe is, trying to connect with universe and trying to see like what are the clues that universe is giving me, is what I actually started doing it. And then, and I don't know, like subconsciously I started manifesting a lot of things. And while now I'm reflecting back is what I was doing. And now I know like, oh, this is what I manifested and this is what I got from my life. And that can actually happen, right? So that's why you have to be very much in tune of like who you are, and then what you are like having that like talk or connect to universe, and then having this like very much like abundant self of like just surrender and see what it brings to. But like first confirming that like really good sense of like who you are and where you want, and that's where you will start like finding that those clues for what your life could be and where that leading you.
Mm.
And that will cannot come from negativity or being negative, or it's more from like openness, or being more full of um, I wouldn't say negative or positive, but like more like openness, and like having that like faith, or understanding of like things gonna eventually, things gonna happen, it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
That like like strong connect to universe is where I started my um I don't know, there is this different side of me of like that, like finding that like real good connect with universe and just surrendering and trying to understand. And that's where like I realized that I have been manifesting a lot of things in my life, and universe was very kind to give that back to me. That's why it's always like gratitude is always one feeling that I have in within me. But um, I think this would be much more interesting now. What more is universe is asking from me that I am seeking from universe actually. So it's always like this back and forth. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, what I could hear is being open, right? You mentioned it being open to whatever it has to be and opening that door, right, of like curiosity. And the way I feel it is being brave, making that decision to actually internally making that decision of, okay, I'm going to open this door to see what is behind that door and to understand what was stopping me from being connected to that universe, to that um, world of unexpected things going on and magic. So, what would you say that you said, like being connected to the universe? Like, what helped you to connect actually? Like from being disconnect to connect. I would like you to to mention this, and we can close with this. Is like, what was that and that made you to connect to the universe?
When we realize it's we are very small entity in this huge, I don't know, like this universe, like this is like, it's earth is one planet, but like there's nine other planets, like different galaxies and everything, right? So once we start understanding we are matter and each matter, like we possess energy. So these are the questions, I mean, understanding that came now. But as I mentioned, like previously, because like our I was not evolved or grown up a few years back, or like when I was just in a college or just started off my job. At that time, I think what helped me was one thing. I have always like this immense faith that my life gonna be uh, I'm gonna do as I would like in my life. It's gonna turn out as I would like in my life, irregardless of what, like, in between obstacles or anything, but at the end things gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I still have.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, that was one feeling that I have, like, going to college or getting a job, or like changing countries, like moving to different like families and everything. Or it's always, I know at the end things gonna work out for me. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I started this immense faith of, I know it's gonna work out now. What I am doing here, like, what
Yeah,
I'm bringing.
yeah. Like
Uh,
the drop of faith there, like believing in something that although you're not seeing at the time, you know internally, you believe internally that that is going to unfold perfectly for you.
and because like the core thing is like the intention, right? Like that has to be very clear. Like you have to work from like good intention, um, like authentically you, very like that should not be any malice or anything. So you have to function from that's what I know I was doing. Then I know things gonna get taken care of. So that's where that connect started. I'm like, I don't know, like I know this like strong way of like, but then I'm just like searching like what are those uh clues that universe is trying to give me when I'm saying like I'm gonna jump from here. Then am I going to make it or not? So, and more or less, I have it's, even if I'm not landed to the place that I would like, but I have landed to the place that